What kind of workout are we doing today, Brian?
Well, kind of very easy one.
Well, how many years has it been now since you guys have been training?
Just under 30 years, so like 27, 28 years.
28. And Donna?
Well, I started in my 20s, so I'm 53 coming up here.
I found myself stressed, like I found myself going out because I was working with juvenile delinquents and painting everybody with the same brush. When you work in an area that you see kids that are causing problems, have been charged and are institutionalized, I was finding myself, let's say for example, going out to the mall and looking at kids and thinking, oh, they're all up to no good, hey? And so I realized that I needed some other type of outlet in my life.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with bodybuilding. It was actually had to do with, I thought if I went to the gym, I could work out some of these stress things. I don't want this to sound religious or anything, but I knew from the moment I had my very first workout that I would do this for the rest of my life.
Working out with weights after the birth of my children. I wanted to just get back into shape. So I originally started out with aerobic activity. I trained really, really light, and then I met Brian and decided, well, I got to train a little bit heavier if I'm going to be training with this big monster.
The gyms in Edmonton were owned by an individual or a couple, and they only had one of them. You know, and to see what today the industry has changed into is, it's like black and white. A tighter knit back then. They were, you know, you'd get to know all the people. They wouldn't be so much a number or a membership number. Mm-hmm. You'd know everybody by name. You'd actually, the owners of the gyms, you'd actually see them in there working. When you're an absent owner manager, you're soon out of business.
We split the hours, so you know I would be in at 5 in the morning, and Brian would come in at 2 in the afternoon and work till 12 o'clock at night. So between the two of us,
I was probably at the beginning more athletic driven than I was business driven, and I thought, wow, what a neat way to make a living.
Between the athlete mindset to the business mindset.
I think the word spillover is an understatement.
Okay. Yeah.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
So Brian, how does that compare to your other day, your younger days?
I wouldn't even consider that a warm-up weight before, and now it's like someone just parked their car on top of me. It's heavy, yeah.
Making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck.
Injury in September, so I've tore my bicep off from the shoulder.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit weak on that side, but
Can we see it?
sure, a nice little pop. My bicep there.
Oh yeah.
So it's torn off from the shoulder down, and I had tore it off when I was fighting from the mid-arm up. That one?
Yeah.
Oh wow, eh?
I
So-
severed off 3 inches of my pec major.
Really?
Yeah, benching. Many years ago. At first was volunteering and training people floor shows, and we sort of kicked around the idea, and I guess what was the convincer for us to actually run and take over was our clients. When we took over the association, we were actually the smallest and financially the poorest bodybuilding community in Canada, Alberta was. So when we took over the association, there wasn't a lot of direction given to us. So from that moment on, we tore down what existed and rebuilt the whole thing as if it was a brand new business. The association was an incredible powerhouse. You know, Alberta bodybuilders, the quality of the bodybuilding, the shows, the functions, the judging, just an amazing production. Spent years and years and years and years doing what?
Yeah.
Volunteering.
Yeah.
Donating time, donating, doing seminars, donating time with athletes. And I tell you, it's amazing when you put that many cards out there and you ask for a few of them back. Believe it or not, people deliver. What we also hope is that, believe it or not, is that there comes a day when they rededicate that show to someone else. That will actually be a happy day for us, because that will mean someone has taken our baby and even made it bigger.
Yeah.
And if you dedicated 90% to football, baseball, hockey, you'd be awful good, right? If you dedicate only 90% of your effort to bodybuilding, chances are you finish dead last. Big difference.
And I think too that the discipline and drive that it takes to do a show filters into other aspects of your life. So it helps you be more successful in your business, your personal life, you know, any other things that you're looking to do.
Yeah.
Hey Jill, you know them old sugar daddy, they be tricking, they tell them girls, I said you can have whatever you like, I said you can have whatever you like, yeah, stacks on deck, Patron on ice, and we can pop bottles all night, baby you can have whatever you like, I said you can have whatever you like, yeah, late night sex so wet and so tight, I gas up the jet for you tonight, and baby you can go wherever you like, I said you can go wherever you like. Shout to you the hottest, love the way you drop it, brain so good, good I swore you went to college, 100K deposits, vacations in the tropics, everybody know it ain't tricking if you got it, and you ain't never ever gotta go in your wallet, long as I got rubber band banks in my.
The salespeople were standing in the shade, and I'm watching. We're probably there, no lie, 20 minutes. Not one person approached us. They had to be 100 yards away. Then we walk into the showroom, and of course the Prowler's in the showroom. It's their gem they have there, and I had seen how much they had discounted it. So anyways, we walked in. He says, well, what can I do for you? And I said, well, I'll just buy that car right there. Yeah, it was amazing. He said they thought you were a bodybuilder and had no money, so they didn't waste their time. You know, I guess don't judge a book by the way its cover, eh? So.